Hello everybody, I'm Big Al and welcome back to my channel. Um, this vlog is going to be more on the lengthy side because I'm recapping the last 2 years of my life. Well, the highlights anyways. Um, in short, life has been kicking me in the groin with a steel toe boot with razor blades or knives. I mean, it's been pretty brutal for me, and it's pretty much why I've been sporadic for where I've been and what I've been up to. So I'll start off with the scenery. It's from OBS. Rather, I'm capturing this on OBS. This is my um, scene for where I talk to my chat on over at Twitch. For the last couple of years, I've been streaming on Twitch over uploading videos on YouTube. I've been meaning to upload videos onto YouTube, but I just haven't had a time nor the willpower, I should say, to commit. Um, 2 years ago, I lost a very close friend of mine. My two brothers are best friends with him. I actually made a video of him, making a tribute. He passed away from drug use. Um, which is unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. And last year, my brother had passed away. From the same one in the video that I made of my close friend. And because of that, like, I've just not been loading videos. I've streamed here and there, but overall, I've been absent for the most part. I don't know if this is classified as murder or manslaughter or something. I don't really know the law too well. I've been trying to get into the whole, like, the law thing, like, because there's so many technicalities that there are that you can use. I just don't understand why he's still walking around. What I mean is, I'll just tell you the story. So about it was my uncle came over. Okay, he knocked on my door and wanted to know where my brother lives. Brothers, I should say. Um, I don't trust my family members for good reason. Um, and I asked what he wanted them for. He said that he wanted to talk to my brothers concerning with my father. Now, my father lives in a nursing home. He has dementia. He wanted to talk to them about having my father move in with him. And I thought that's, a good enough reason to tell him where my brothers lived. Unfortunately, what he told me was a lie. So I told him where my brothers lived, which is just directly across the street from me. He just moved there a week prior of this. He has a son, or rather had a son. That's a whole new ball game right there. Um, so he went over there. He basically went there to see if my brothers know any dealers. My brother recently got in contact with a new dealer in town or something. I don't know. I'm going by, at this point, I'm going by the information I was told from my other brother and my late brother's baby mama. So according to them, that my brother got in contact with a new dealer and they all went out. What happened next is according to my one brother, he said that my late brother and my uncle went up to this guy's house. My uncle paid for the narcotics, and they went back to the car and drove back to their home. Apparently, my uncle distributed the substances onto a tray. My two brothers used it. Like I don't know what they do to with drugs, but they used it, and my brothers collapsed. Just gone onto the ground. At this point, my late brother, baby mama, came out and found out, like what's going on here. My uncle had no idea that she was there. She told him to call the ambulance, which he said he left his car. Hello, phone? He left his car, or not car, he left his phone in his car. I don't know what that means. So, my text message. And it turns out the phone was actually in his jacket, not in the car, because when he got to his car, he just bailed on them. He just left them to die. My late brother, baby mama, brought back my brother. But as far as my late brother, it turns out he had so much fentanyl in him. It was enough to kill him like 6 times over. And there's nothing they could have done for him. They tried, apparently. They apparently tried to bring him back. They Narcaned him. They did supposedly everything that they could to bring him back around, and nothing was happening. It was his first overdose too, I believe. Well, my other brother survived like multiple. So he died just after February too, like not February, but Valentine's Day. He just died like an hour after. It's on the 15th at that point, 1 o'clock, and it was hard. I went to see my father when I found out the news. Like I went to the hospital, of course. I was bawling. I couldn't believe he was gone. And he was starting to get cold, and you'll never get rid of that image. Found out my other brother was there, sobering up. My best friend was there for me. Thank God. I was really pissed off. For a lot of things. I was pissed off at my uncle because he lied to me. I was blaming everybody. I blame my brother Chris for, um, you know, for allowing that happen. Because my brother, my late brother, was supposed to like better his life so that he could, because his son was taken away from him because of the mother of his baby mama was using, apparently. Now, whether my brother knew this or not, I don't know. And he was doing everything in his power to get his son back. Like he passed all his drug tests up to that point, and he was really adamant on getting his life together. Like he was so on the right track. And then my uncle happened. My brother is the type of person that wouldn't say no to family. No, his big thing was, well, because we're family, we're supposed to be together and everything. And me, I keep telling him like, family isn't everything. Family is, our family isn't that type of family. I blame myself. I blame myself because, I mean, I do and I don't blame myself. It's really hard. Some days I believe I didn't do anything wrong, while other days I believe it's my fault because I could have not told my uncle where my brother lived. And if I would have told him that, I'd have no idea where he's at. My brother may be alive to this day. Who knows? Right? But what happened has happened. It sucks. His funeral was the day before my birthday. Um, oh wait, I went off track. I went to see my father, and on the day of my brother's death, like as soon as I left the hospital, I'll get to the funeral here in a moment. I told my father has dementia. I think I said that already, but I'm all over it in my head. Um, I told him, and he was just heartbroken over it. My best friend was there. Um, and it turns out, when my niece went over there, she notified my father the next day, of course, and he had already forgotten what has transpired, so he broke down and cried again. And then when the funeral happened, my father, with the company of a nurse, attended to my brother's funeral. He had no idea why he was there, like what happened and everything. And as soon as he saw my brother in his coffin, it's so hard to see, you know, a strong man to break down like that. Like, it's really hard to like, because I do look up to him, despite him, my father. I mean, like not really in my life. Um, I did look up to him, and it's really hard to see that. Like, and he asked me what happened multiple times. What happened to my brother because of his dementia. Um, it got to a point where we had a meeting about my father where if he forgets again, it's our job um, to tell him like, oh, he's fine. My late brother's fine to him. I hate doing that. I hate lying to him. Um, but everybody took a vote, and it's best to tell him a lie than him grieving all over again, right? So, I mean, I agree to that. It makes sense. Just I hate lying to him. So after the funeral, I had a plane ticket um, for me to go see my friend, and this was one of my close friends, or who I thought was my close friend. I took the plane trip, and when I arrived, I found out my friend ghosted me, who I've been friends with for like 7 years. I thought we were friends, anyways, for 7 years. Straight up ghosted me. Um, I found out maybe like 8, 9 months later, when my friend got a hold of me again. I just simply asked why. I was completely devastated, like because I don't have too many friends. My circle of friends is really small, um, and don't get me wrong, I have a lot of good friends. I only have a couple who I know for sure that would, that'd be through the thick and thin with me. Like one is my best friend, Carl. Like he and I, we've been through a lot of stuff together, and we'll never betray each other, which is fantastic. Like you only find one or two friends like that throughout your life, like that. But my friend got back to me, um, because I sorry, I'm everywhere. It's a lot to bring back, because I was destroyed at that point in my life. My friend got back to me, and my friend simply said, "I couldn't reach you." Like, well, what does that mean? My friend couldn't um, text me, call me, um, email me, leave me a game message, a Battle.net message, um, Discord, nothing apparently. Um, do I believe it? No, I don't believe that at all. I'm trying not to cuss here because I know YouTube doesn't approve of that. I hate being censored. Um, and it was full of crap. It's like you're telling me you couldn't go to the library and get on like Internet Explorer or Yahoo or something and send me a email or whatever. You're telling me you're telling me you couldn't go to a payphone. You couldn't use a friend's phone or something, or a house phone. It's like, come on. I mean, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Um, so ever since then, I pretty much got that person. Like that's just no, I'm good. I'm just you have to, mm, um. So from that point on, though, I would say a month later, I started talking to this girl. We went on a date. It went well. She proposed to me to be, to ask me to be her boyfriend, and it was a very cute way too. She made like two Mario Brothers characters. She's not a gamer, but she knows I'm a gamer, and made a little story and proposed me to be, her Luigi, her to be my Mario or something like that. And it was very cute. But I told her like I have a 3 date rule, because I'm tired of jumping into these relationships where I don't really know the person very well, and it just the relation. No, the relationship's just bad. It's just bad. Um, so I have a 3 date rule from that reason, to get an understanding of the person. Um, After I rejected her for proposal, she pretty much started sleeping like every guy she could find. Um, it was pretty sad. And the reason we knew this is because of, well, my best friend and his wife, his girlfriend at the time. They were living the same area as she was, and it wasn't hard to find out. Um, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. The next month, my best friend had a wedding. Um, I was the best man. Gave out a fantastic speech, or so I've been told. Um, I should probably load up that video clip at some point. I'm gonna ask if they have it, but everybody hated her. So, the woman I just previously mentioned was the maiden, or like that, whatever for the bride, and it was bad. But the wedding was fantastic, and um, I'm very happy for him. She's a keeper. Uh, Definitely compared to his last girlfriend. Holy shit. Let's see here. Later on, and this is what I mean by never trust family members. My my brother, um, he around December, he broke into my home after months and months of grieving for my late brother. Um, my other brother had a fantastic idea to break into my home and stole my debit card. He knew my PIN because there are times where he was going to head out and he asked if I wanted anything. I just handed my debit card and says, "Yeah, just go ahead and give me this, this, and this. I'll pay for it all." So he broke in my home and he stole my debit card. I didn't see him take my debit card. I heard a noise. I woke up and he was on my computer. Um, I asked him, like, "What are you doing here? How did you get in my home?" He broke through the window, I later found out. Um, and he left. At that point on, after I found out he left the window open, like, oh, that's how. I closed it, locked it, um, and I decided to check out my debit account because I was going, go pay my bills and all that online, and I found out he left me penniless. Um, Family, right? So after finding that out, I called the police. I pressed charges on him. Unfortunately, because of that action he took, um, I couldn't pay my bills, nor could I get anybody Christmas presents. He took everything out of my debit account, and I I am so thankful for my viewers on Twitch because they helped me a lot actually. They gave me enough where I can pay my bills, and they gave me enough money where I can actually do some Christmas shopping for my family members. Like I gave my niece um, some sort of toy, like a car seat toy for her newborn baby. Same thing for my late brother's baby mama. Unfortunately, I found out she lost both children. Right now, I believe we are trying to get the children back um, from either my nieces or from my sister, which I don't. My sister's never gonna win that one. But my nieces are thinking about adopting my two other nephews, their cousins. Um, right now, they're in a good home, and we do get visitation right to see them. Um, so that's nice. Um, what else? I got my mom the final season of Game of Thrones. Oh man, she doesn't have it. She wasn't like sad about the last episode. I think she was fine with it. I haven't watched Game of Thrones in a long time. I think I stopped on season 3, I believe. And a lot of people was like, "Oh, the final season sucked." Da da da. I don't know. I don't know if I would watch it. I don't know. It was good from what I've seen. Um, but moving on from there to more positive outlook or positive point of view. Now, I know that the COOF, I the current situation to have everything on lockdown. Um, I'm trying not to be say bad words or words that are banned or whatever. I don't know why that's censored. I honestly don't know, but um, after after a year of grieving, um, on my birthday, I decided to buy a um, a Oculus Rift S. I was lucky to get one, apparently. Um, and I've been shedding off pounds. I've this entire year has nothing on the last few years, actually the last 5 years of my life. Well, last 5 years of my life has been total hell, and it just get progressively worse each year. So far, so far, this year hasn't been bad for me, despite the COOF situation. To be perfectly honest, this year has been the best year of my life in the last 5 years. Um, and I'm not over exaggerating. It's really sad. I'm actually to the point where I'm very suspicious on what's going on. Like, okay, when is it going to happen? Type of thing. But yeah, with this virtual reality, um, I love it because I'm not sure you guys and gals know, but I'm really overweight by a lot. I'm pretty sure it's apparent, but I've always struggled with my weight, always have, and except one time in high school, I was actually dropping a lot of weight. I was actually down to a 2X shirt. I was so proud then. But I was a stress eater. Like, after what happened to my, not best friend, but my close friend and my brother, on top of one of the most, like, not most, but like one of the important people in my life, ghosted me and pretty much did that to me. I dropped. I was in a good place. I was not in a good place. I was in a bad place, actually. And I didn't care about my health at all. I didn't. I I'm a stress eater, or was, am, maybe. And like, I would eat a tub of ice cream. I would. Um, it's pretty sad. But with this whole epidemic thing going on, gyms were closed. I was like, well, there goes my my year of health. And then I stumble across the virtual reality. Like, I didn't look this up for until like last time I did. It's back at 2012 when it first came out. So when I found out how it has came along, I purchased it. I did some research. I got Beat Saber, Pistol Whip, Thrill of Fight, and Box VR in my repertoire of my workouts. Right, I spend 2 hours a day using this workout method, and I was just melting pounds. I haven't felt this good in a long time. I am honestly beyond happy about it. Um, I neglected dentist for I don't know how many years. I'm not lying. Like, my hygiene, my overall hygiene was kind of poor. My oral hygiene was just horrible. Like, last time I saw a dentist was like, I think 5 or 6 years old. I'm 33 now. I never really took care of my teeth. Just let it go. I went to the dentist, actually. Was Yeah, it was this month, actually, and I just couldn't feel my face. I had a deep clean. My gums are a hell of a lot healthy now. My teeth are fine, surprisingly enough. I'm actually really surprised about that. Um, but yeah, my gums are a lot healthier now. Pounds are just melting. Um, what else? My overall hygiene has just improved. Yeah, just everything in my life now has just gotten a hell of a lot better. And for once in a very, very long time, I'm happy. I'm actually happy. Um, of myself. I met this really nice, cute chick. I'm hoping things goes well with this one. Uh, Life will see. I have actually so I have a date like this Saturday, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I think that's pretty much a wrap at that point. Um, yeah, I think that's it for the highlights of my life. Of what's going on. 35 minutes. Holy shit. Well, 34, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. You guys and gals can find me on Twitch, Big Al Gaming 1, and I will try my best to upload my videos from there to here on YouTube. Um, the only problem I can possibly think of is how do I import the videos? I'll have to look it up on something. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and hearing about my life experience so far. Um, Again, as I said, my life is not easy. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. Been through a lot of stuff in my life. So, take care.